Well, Facebook has lost billions of dollars in the past few days, not without reason. After all, the social media giant has been accused of mishandling data of over 50 million users. Some would actually wonder as to why the hue and cry. Why worry about information as trivial as what is our favorite beverage or a restaurant? It's not that simple. Well, you'll be surprised to know that the amount of data that you share when you click on that link, I agree. When you say I agree to the terms and conditions of Facebook, you essentially give the company the right to profile you, monitor you, track you, and also judge you. Well, Facebook will also know about your financial health as well. And now it remains to be seen as to what exactly happens in this entire controversy and a scandal that has blown out. Now, investigators from Britain's data watchdog have searched the London offices of data analytics firm Cambridge Analytica. The firm, which is at the centre of a storm over allegations that it had improperly harvested Facebook data to target the US voters. About 20 officials arrived at the central London offices at Cambridge Analytica soon after a High Court judge had granted a search warrant that was sought by the Information Commissioner's office. Now, the development comes after whistleblower Christopher Wiley had revealed that Cambridge Analytica had harvested the private information of millions of Facebook users to support Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. Now, Britain is presently investigating whether Facebook had done enough to protect data. They will now assess and also consider the evidence before deciding the future course of action.
So the big question on every Facebook user's mind is what kind of data and private information are you giving away when you join Facebook? And to know that, all you have to do is log on to your Facebook, go to facebook.com/policy.php, and here you'll get all the information about what kind of information is Facebook collecting. The first thing that we need to note is that Facebook is profiling you at all given times. It clearly says that Facebook is tracking the content that you provide, such as the location of a photo or the date a file was created. We also collect information about how you use our services, such as types of content you view or engage with, or the frequency and duration of your activities. And if you think that Facebook is just tracking you and not your friends, then you are clearly wrong, because Facebook is also collecting data about your networks and connections. It says that they collect information about the people and groups that you are connected to and how you interact with them, such as the people that you talk to the most or the groups you like to share with. We also collect contact information that you provide if you upload, sync, or import this information, such as an address book from a device. So are you one of those Facebook users who loves buying things off Facebook? Then you must know that your credit card history, debit card, billing address is all being tracked. Why? Because once you agree to terms and conditions on Facebook, your private information, especially when it comes to your finances, is no longer private. It says if you use our services for purchases or financial transactions, you buy something on Facebook, make a purchase in a game, or make a donation, we collect that information about the purchase or transaction. This includes your payment information, such as your credit card, debit card, and other card information. And not just that, including your billing, shipping, and contact details. Can you remember all those times when you went to eat at that really fancy restaurant, or you went out with your friends and you were chilling at this really cool hangout place, and then you checked in on Facebook so everybody knows where you are? Well, that was not the only time that Facebook knew your location. In fact, Facebook is tracking your location all the time, including specific geographic locations such as through GPS, Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi signals. And finally, when you are joining Facebook, you are literally letting Facebook know what you're doing, not just online, but also offline. Because once you agree to the privacy conditions, Facebook is receiving your information about you and your activities on and off Facebook from third-party partners, such as information from a partner when we jointly offer services, or from an advertiser about your experiences or interactions with them.
All right, so that was my colleague Shivangi Shukla, who's just explained about the terms and conditions that one actually signs up at the time that one downloads the app. Probably one does not know as to what one is in fact signing up for. In all fairness, Facebook is fairly quite transparent, because if you were to look at the terms and conditions that they give you at the time that you click I agree, this is stuff which Facebook puts out in no uncertain terms. The question, of course, is how many of us actually read all the terms and conditions? Do we have the time and also the expertise to try and understand the fine print which forms a part of the platform that communicates to us? After all, when we hail a ride, we don't try choose the car model. Destination is important. Similarly, Facebook started out as essentially a platform through which we communicate. Now, what it has become is something well beyond our imagination of an average user, and that is why the chorus delete Facebook. But will we choose to delete Facebook or not is something that is entirely left to the individual to exercise as per their understanding and as per their convenience of what this entire issue has blown into. Now, investigators from Britain's data watchdog have searched the London offices of data analytics firm Cambridge Analytica, the firm at the centre of a storm over allegations that it had improperly harvested Facebook data to target US voters. Now, about 20 officials had arrived at the central London offices of Cambridge Analytica soon after a High Court judge had granted a search warrant that was sought by the Information Commissioner's office. Now, the development comes after whistleblower Christopher Wiley revealed Cambridge Analytica had actually harvested the private information of millions of Facebook users to support Donald Trump's 2016 US presidential campaign. So amidst the Facebook data breach scandal, tech mogul Tim Cook extended his support to the idea of regulations that specify as to just how much tech companies are able to use customer data. Now, in the aftermath of the Facebook's privacy fiasco, Apple CEO said, and I quote, "I think that this certain situation is so dire and has become so large that probably some well-crafted regulation is absolutely essential." Unquote. He also further added that the ability of anyone to know as to what you have been browsing for several years simply should not exist. Now, Cook's comments come when top tech companies are withdrawing from Facebook, calling for the social media company to be regulated.